Hello and welcome to the F1A podcast, now on video, America's unofficial official F1 podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Levi.
And this is our second episode in front of my fish tank here. Thought it'd be a cool background.
For sure.
I think this is Levi's first time seeing it.
So it is.
It's nicely decorated. So our first episode was about Suzuka in the turd of a race, if that it was. Hopefully that doesn't. I have a lot of reptiles and animals and leopard gecko back here.
Dogs there.
Two dogs. Yeah, it's a operation, but yeah, Suzuka was a turd of a race.
It was. I like watching anyway.
Yeah, no matter what, I enjoyed watching as well. But we had some audio issues in the last video.
Yeah, I found out a lot.
Definitely, and it's obviously a work in progress. And as well as studio.
Ready to learn now.
Ready to learn, and yeah, just excited. So yeah, I guess this video is going to be a little bit just more about us and how we got into Formula One, and I guess I'll hand it off to Levi.
I mean, everything that I learned about Formula One came from you. I mean, you're the one who got me into it. Like, you tried to get me into it one time, and it didn't really work. Like, I got the game. I think I played like one race.
Yeah.
And just kind of got out of it. It was like, I'm playing by myself. And then a couple more weeks went by, and I watched the Miami race.
Yep. Lando's first one.
And then I re-downloaded it on my PlayStation without you even knowing it, and then played it and loved it. Don't know what the click in my head was, but it snapped, and now I'm into the races and into the racing on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Very similar to how I got into it. My brother, I think he started watching first, and was getting into it. He was a Max Verstappen fan right at the get-go. Not so much anymore, more of a Lando Norris guy. But he introduced me to the game and F1 23, and from there it was just like I was hooked, and it was a difficult game, especially, I hated playing on controller. I immediately, as fast as I could, got a sim racing setup, which is also in this room, and yeah, I have just become absolutely obsessed since, and I think it's absolutely taken over basically my life, and every train of thought is F1, it seems, lately.
And honestly, for me, it's like my life is checkpointed by sports.
Yes.
It's like, okay, this is basketball season, football season, this. Whereas Formula One goes most of the year, and I love that.
Except for the 2-3 little breaks that we got, they are absolutely torture. It's torture.
Hell on earth right there.
Hell on earth. Yeah, so that being said, my brother definitely got me into it. And for a while, it was really just playing the game and watching the races. Didn't really get into any podcasts or anything. Dogs. I don't know. Should we show them?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're cute. I don't know. I don't want to show any more of my house. It's a mess.
Also, don't even know if we can get that back on that box. So.
Yeah, very true. That is in a particulars.
I don't know. Like, the more races that went on, I feel like even after Miami, I kind of wasn't super into it. And you were always questioning why I just wouldn't get into it. And then the race where Lando and Oscar had to switch, and listening to Lando's voice and just like the defeat, and it brought me right back to it. And I was like, man, like, I don't know how he feels, but at the same time, it's just like something that you can relate to, where it's just like, I'm just giving up.
Definitely.
Like, I have to get this to someone else. But I don't know, got me right back into it. And that's when we started playing together online.
And a nice, easy way for me to, because it was very difficult for me right at the beginning to sport. We live in the Midwest. I don't know if anybody can tell from our accents. But Midwest, and Green Bay Packer country, Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. Everybody has their favorite team. So when I got into this, I'm like trying to find, do I choose a favorite team? Do I choose a favorite driver? I eventually landed on Charles Leclerc. Similar last name to me, and it was just a easy introduction into being able to just relate to a driver, I guess. And from there, it was, I did my own research and from watching. I actually called the cops a couple hours ago. So I was driving home, and there was a guy like trying to get into a couple doors down. And he was looking around and he's looking inside.
Did he have long hair?
He was balding.
Oh, okay.
But like scraggly longer hair on the sides, and I couldn't. It just looked weird, and then he went around the side. So I came into my alleyway and looked, and he was looking in the back and was trying to get in the side door. So I'm like, oh, this is weird. I'm calling the cops.
I almost did the same thing yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I went down to Subway to grab dinner. I was on my way to my brother and sister-in-law's house. And as soon as I go by McDonald's and Domino's, and there's this guy who's like walking slowly outside of the Domino's parking lot, and he's like, I mean, I was just getting out to my car. I was like, it is cold. It is not pleasant to be out here. And this dude, he had long hair. He just looked like maybe he was on something or something. He was grabbing his waistline. I was like, uh-oh. And so, like, when I go into Subway, I'm just checking out the door, like, the entire time. He, like, kind of followed me.
Yeah.
And then, like, turned around, went back. And then went into the dentist parking lot, went into the bank, like, the drive, walked through it. And I was like, man, this guy, like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
It's making me very uneasy.
Huh. Yeah, we live in a very, very nice. I mean,
I'd say safe.
It's a safe area. I wouldn't say it's a nice area. It is. I mean, I think it's nice. I like it. It is, old.
Yeah.
Kind of small town. We live in a small town.
But I feel like, I mean, when I was younger, like, I wouldn't appreciate it. But I feel like definitely as I get older, the more I appreciate, like,
Definitely.
Okay, this is not that bad of a place.
No. It's quite quiet, typically. So that seeing those things, very weird for us. But yeah, now the dogs are done barking and we got off on our side note. Did some more research into all my stuff and teams, drivers. And then
stopped loving Charles Leclerc. Started
I moved to Carlos Sainz after, watching interviews through him and with him and stuff. And yeah, the guy is just so wholesome and he's so funny, and his laugh, this seagull laugh, kills me every time.
So sad he left McLaren. I'm so sad.
Him and Lando were a great combo. I really enjoyed him at Ferrari.
Yes.
With Charles, I thought that was a great team combination, and I think him and Albon are a really good team combination as well.
I find that this is like, I mean, there's a common denominator here. I feel like Carlos just can get along with him.
Absolutely.
And everyone loves him. Yeah. I mean, it's not just the drivers that love him, it's everybody. I mean, you could see, like, when he left Ferrari, everybody was sad.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good farewell for him. Especially, I mean, for a quote-unquote number 2 driver to have a farewell like that. I thought it was really nice. Your favorite driver?
Yeah.
Favorite team?
I mean, Lando Norris and McLaren. I mean, and really, I started liking him before it was really a bandwagon trend.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean,
you really started liking them when the hate for Norris really started coming.
Yeah.
Once he started winning the races, and everybody got on the hate Lando train.
Yeah, all of a sudden it went from no win Lando to I hope Lando never wins, and it's just like, come on, guys,
right? It'd be like, for real, pick a side.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like since he got that hate, he's gone from a really smiley guy who's always ready to, kind of open up, to this guy who's just like, I mean, he doesn't smile that much. Like, when he's on the podium, I mean, when he wins a race, I mean, Singapore, I was looking at him, I was like, I don't know, after that first win, when he jumped into the McLaren arms, afterwards, ever since that, it's just not, like, the same.
Right.
He'll go high five some people.
For a while there, especially at the end of last season, I saw that too, and I kind of took it as, like, him being a poor sport about it, almost a sore winner. But I almost think that it's him just kind of working to keep his emotions in check. And he's come out and said in multiple interviews how he is more of an emotional person, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, whatever you may want to say, versus the Piastris or whatever, who were just dead or not dead, but deadpan. Yeah, very stoic.
Yeah.
Versus in the big celebrations, I think he's just really getting his emotions in check, which is, I mean, it's not bad by any means.
Yeah, I mean, and at the same time, I mean, I just like when people are more celebratory when they win, because it's like
It's a
you're
big moment.
in Formula One. I mean,
Best of the best.
there's not a lot of people who get.
No, please stop. Say that again so I can edit that part out. I don't want people hearing me sell it up.
I
mean, he's adorable, and I love both my dogs.
I love one of your dogs.
They're both cheap.
They are.
Both cheap. They're both Sheepadoodles. Beautiful, beautiful dog breed, and very friendly.
Yeah.
But off does.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just like when people are more celebratory. I mean, you're in Formula One. You're one of the best of the best, where winning should be something that you can celebrate. And I feel like if you're getting chastised for celebrating it, then you have to become like Lando, where you're not. And,
Correct. Yeah.
And I can see where a lot of people didn't like that, and a lot of people liked him more when he was a kid, because he was so much more like, I just want to win, you know,
Yeah.
I want to win. But like now, I mean, I feel like he still has that. It's just on the inside, and
Definitely.
you know, he's just hungry for more wins. And so when he wins, he's just thinking about the next one more than he's thinking about this one.
And like Kobe said, job's not done.
Right.
It's not done until it's done.
Right.
Which great mentality.
I hope that there's a day when he can say it. I mean, at least at the end of the year, and say that this job is done. But I know
job's done when the world championship is in hand.
I know, but I mean, we've talked so much about how much we think whether Lando can win or not, and I know that you've been saying, especially with Oscar where he's at right now, it's just kind of like, I think that Lando's time, at least with McLaren, of being like favored a little bit, is running out. You know, I mean, I think that Oscar could have done way better in Suzuka if they did let him pass. And I think that there's just a point where they're saying, okay, Lando's been with us for so long, and he could have left.
Yeah.
And, you know, we want to give him something, but at the same time, you want your better driver to do something. And I feel like this year is Lando's year where he's got to show something before the time.
Yeah. I don't think it's so much that Lando's not a favorite. I just think that now, I think there's two favorites on the team with two different people. You have Zach Brown, and Andrea, the team principal. Zach Brown, Lando, Andrea, Piastri.
Yep.
Which, for a team that says that they have only number one drivers, I think that is great. A great pairing kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zach Brown isn't the team principal anymore. So he can't just pull that favoritism towards Lando, but he still has a lot of say in the team and everything. So, and then you have the team principal, who has a really good relationship with Oscar. Not saying that they're favorites of either one, but it does seem that way almost. Which I think will just work out for the both of them in the long run and gives them the best shot to get that world drivers championship. And I mean, I think they have a great relationship within the team to win the constructors championship again this year. Constructors
championship, I think. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I think that with the car that they have right now, it's looking very, very probable.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is true, but I did just see something, not from a reliable F1 source, but a source.
No, you just can't hold it anywhere, I guess.
I think that's better. Yeah. Okay, it's gone. What was I saying?
Something about the cars with an unreliable source or McLaren.
Oh, apparently in this unreliable source, Max Verstappen was quoted saying, if he was in the McLaren, you wouldn't have seen him.
I saw that too.
And I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if either Piastri or Norris want to win the championship this year, they're gonna have to step it up no matter what. Because Max, in a worse car, is still keeping up with them.
Yeah.
And they're not able to do anything still. We saw that in Suzuka. I mean, Lando didn't capitalize really on any opportunity, except for the worst one coming out of the pit.
Don't bring me into this again. I told you last week, I told you a couple days ago that after that, I was going to jump right back on Lando's high horse, but don't get me talking about it again.
It was just why, I mean, every little edit I see of the Suzuka race, it's Suzuka in 8 seconds. The start, Lando coming out of the pits through the grass, cutting the grass, and then the end. And that was the only. I'm glad he gave us that one moment, because or else we wouldn't have had any excitement in that race.
No, I think if he didn't give us that moment, he would have been behind with the slipstream and the DRS and would have gave us a way better moment.
True. All right, you heard it, Lando.
Levi, you didn't. You probably didn't hear it.
Nah, you didn't. But if you did, his name's Levi. You can contact him at F1A.
Please, dude, I would love if you contacted me.
RPM needs to put out a video.
It does.
This is ridiculous.
He's starting beat. Matt is starting.
I'm starting beat because okay. I will say, watching this guy and seeing his inconsistencies has been a huge part of why I wanted to get into this, because I'm like, this guy is out here making this stuff, being able to do this for a living, and he is so inconsistent. This guy has tens of thousands of followers that are paying for him, and he doesn't put out anything.
And I also feel like, I mean, he's so good at what he does. But I feel like
he pushes the envelope, obviously. Obviously, I don't agree with everything he says whatsoever.
There's so many people who are trying so hard and would love to have a platform like his.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean us. I mean, but I feel like if you're gonna have a platform like that, you have to give them something. And I feel like right when I got you into him,
he did. Yes,
he's
a fan as well.
We had so many videos to go back and watch.
Yeah.
That it was
fun.
Yeah. But then it was still kind of in that hype where we liked him so much that we were like, oh, let's get his Patreon.
Right.
And that's when we found out, okay, it's like he's not posting as much, and on his YouTube he's not posting that like either.
Yeah.
So I mean, but at the same time, it's like we don't know what's going on. I mean,
true. I mean, he's still running from the HMLC.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought this up was not if he's listening, seriously, dude, like step up. But that was
collab.
Yeah, hit us up as well. That's not the reason though. The main reason is because I wanted to say that like my goal for this, and I think our goal for this is to be putting out consistent content, whether or not it's great content right at the start or not. We want to get stuff out there because we want consistency. We want the reliability and everything. And eventually, hopefully this does work out for us, because I love Formula One and it's all I want to talk about anyway. So I may as well be able to talk to. Well, Levi and we are co-workers. So I'm his boss technically, but. I mean, this is all we talk about anyway, so we said, why not start a podcast, and, be able to talk about it and talk to a bunch of other people about it, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, the more people that we get in comments and stuff, I mean, the more people that we want to talk to about it, and the more opinions that they have that we haven't even thought about.
Right.
I mean, I would love to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to find more people, and I want to, it would be super cool to start seeing more popularity just in our area as well as just the entire U.S. in general.
Yeah.
And it is getting more popular as we can, we see with the races and everything. But, here the F1 movie is coming out, I think, June or July.
I think that's going to create a lot.
I think it's going to be huge, and it looks so good.
It does. Brad Pitt.
Is he the best choice for that movie, do you think?
I don't think he's the wrong choice.
See, maybe it's just because of Iron Man 2, but I think Robert Downey Jr. could have played a great F1 driver. Yeah, he's got that arrogance.
He does.
I feel like Brad Pitt can play that character really well too, but I feel like Robert Downey Jr. would have been awesome.
You know who I think would have been a great Pitt? Young Brad Pitt.
Well, yeah, and I think they did push him a bit to make him look a little younger.
Well, hey, I'm complaining. I mean, there are so many people that could have played it, and I mean, they just went out and grabbed one of the greats,
Right.
and I'm not going to complain with a great playing in a movie that is going to create the hype that we want for
Right.
this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And honestly, I really zoned out.
I don't know who the other guy is in that movie.
I don't know either. I've never seen him before in any other film or show or anything. But it looks
Rooting
great.
for.
And
I mean, if
yeah.
this movie's going to go, I mean,
They're saying it's better than Top Gun. It's, you know, the same
Made by-
producers. And I mean, just the trailer looks phenomenal already. So
it gave me chills. I showed my dad immediately.
I showed my buddy in the driveway yesterday after he brought me home. Un moment. Oh, was it yours?
No, it's never mine.
Dude, I don't know. You touched it and it fixed mine. That sound.
Pause.
All right, back to Formula One. Yeah, no, I think the movie is going to be awesome, and I really just I'd like to see more people being excited about Formula One in this country, as well as ticket prices. I want to go to a Formula One race in the U.S., but like, it's outrageous.
Yeah,
It's outrageous.
I think when I looked last year, it was like $630 for like not a great ticket,
Yeah.
and I would have to travel all the way to Miami.
Right. Oh man, Miami prices are insane. Las Vegas prices. I don't know about Texas, but like, I think Azerbaijan is the cheapest one at like $100.
And we'd have to go to Azerbaijan.
All right, but you know, Canada is a fraction of the price of the U.S. and
I love that race.
The U.S. just needs to stop with the Hollywood bullshit.
Well,
with Formula when they bring Formula One, because I think that's the reason why. And none of them. I don't believe that a single driver actually likes all that big production bullshit, except for maybe a couple here and there. But like, it's kind of ridiculous, man.
Dude, there was a point where there was just like singers and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and the DJing and everything.
Cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like the drivers they can't even enjoy it because they're getting ready for a race.
No.
And I don't think they would enjoy it as much as some people.
Right. And I don't know. I just, it is the pinnacle of motorsport, and it deserves the attention. But I don't know. I just think it's wrongly placed.
And I have a feeling that if this F1 movie booms, like it's supposed to in the U.S.,
no man,
I think prices are going to go even more up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Hey, boys. Huh. How long have we been on? 24 minutes? Should we give?
Are you going to talk about predictions right now?
Well, I was thinking of more like, if anything, if we're going to give a prediction, do we give like our world drivers or right at the start of
right? Because we just
if
we could.
Want to just go top three?
Sure.
All right, you start. Number 3.
I think Max will take third.
Really?
I do.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Third place, world drivers. I'm going to go with
Dramatic pause.
enter in the, what is it, Jeopardy theme?
Yeah.
What the Carlos Lush?
Incredible.
I'll go Charles. I'm gonna put Charles Leclerc in third.
Okay.
He had a rough start, but Ferrari was very hopeful for 2025.
I haven't seen it.
No, we haven't seen it yet, but they might still pull something out. I mean, they're Ferrari, so I gotta put one of their drivers up there, and I don't think it's gonna be Lewis this year. So I'll put Charles Leclerc third place world drivers.
Okay. See, now's the decision, and I don't know what. I think Oscar's going to be number 2. Based on what we've seen so far with McLaren's strategy, I mean, they could have let him pass in Suzuka, and they didn't. And I feel like, unless that's a turning point where they're like, okay, now we got to let Oscar show up, what he's doing here. If that's the case, then Oscar could easily take first. But there's just a part of me that's saying that they're saying that this is Lando's time.
Definitely.
And they want Oscar to be 2. I just gave my 1 and 2, so.
Yeah, I kind of figured you're 1. Now I'm kind of regretting my 3rd place, but I am.
I knew as soon as you said it, I was like,
oh well, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it. He'll probably get 1. But second, I'll put. Lando on second.
I mean, and it could go.
And then your first is going to be Lando.
Yeah.
My first, I'm going to put Max. Yeah.
That is a hot.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but at the same time, I'm just saying, in the car he's in. I mean, they definitely did upgrade something. Yep. I don't know what it was.
Right.
Maybe it was practice that they adjusted some stuff.
I'm hoping that with Yuki, they'll start to kind of not regress, but like, okay, take a step back,
go back to basics.
Let's get the second car drivable for Yuki, and I think in turn that's just going to help Max a little bit, even though it's not going to be in a direction. The car's not going to go in a direction that's going to help him necessarily with his driving style.
I just think it'll be more efficient.
It'll be more efficient. It'll be more consistent,
yep.
And in turn, it'll just instead of having Max having to sit there and fight for second, thirds, fourths, he'll be able to comfortably sit in second and third, and get that first place here and there. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Max. I don't know. I just, as someone who has not seen anybody else win in Formula One, it's
hard to go.
It's hard to think otherwise, especially with the rain Max has had the past few years.
Yeah.
Rain,
because in rain he does rain. I mean, Brazil was. I mean,
amazing.
Was that his second time doing that too? Because I thought that
second time in the year, like
no, in Brazil. Because I
think so.
I thought that I had heard even before that race started that Max will go and just take more of a go-karting line.
Yeah, the outside line
than an F1 line, where in the wet that can be the best line.
Yeah,
and he can just. And he's so good at controlling the drift,
right?
Or whatever, understeer, oversteer, whatever. He's going to be fine. Sorry. So small.
It took me like an hour to get these plants up yesterday. I'm still not happy with them yet. Chat, let me know if I should put them up or just leave them hanging.
Also, is that foam at the bottom, or is that
is sand?
Like from the side, it looks like some nice little like sponge, like a big old SpongeBob down there.
It's sand. Then we have some crypticorns. We have the crypticorns all around, and then here we have some jungle Val scenario, and then behind me here is a big bushel of Anubia as well as
okay. The second this guy bought a house, he became like this dad who was gonna brag to you about how good his lawnmower is, or I just got a new house.
I did it this switch. It's a life, man.
I mean, I know. I mean, I'll get there one day, but I'm not ready to let go of sports.
Hey, man, I'm not, obviously not either. And I guess, yeah, I mean, we can give a little bit of background on like sporting, I guess, ourselves. I mean, I was never into go-karting or anything. Well, we had a go-kart track, just a little family fun center here.
Honestly, by the time that they closed that, before that, I was almost always too short to drive it by myself.
Yeah.
Like, or you need an adult in there with you.
Right.
Which, I mean, I have 2 siblings. There was no way that one of my parents was going to go with me, other than my older siblings. So, I mean, I went to Dallas one time, and when we were down there, we got to go karting. It was a 2-story. I mean, you get to drive up, and it goes around, goes down. And then right when it went down, so basically in the karting that we did down there, it was all about lap time. It wasn't about who's in first, second, third.
Right.
And So the first race, I was going good, but I was in some traffic, and as soon as I went down, because you couldn't really see down, there was a big crash in front of me. Ran straight into my sister-in-law. I guess she had a concussion and a bruised back, and I didn't even know until this year.
Oh
This was 3 years ago. And really there, like the go-karting track, I mean, it's all rubber and everything, so it's like you don't lift off the gas.
Yeah.
Like it's all gas. You just pick a line, go with it. And the second time that we did it,
Blacked out.
yeah, I mean, the second time we did it, everyone else was in traffic, and I was never in traffic. And took first place, and that was before I liked Formula One. And
yeah,
I want to know what I would do now,
dude. If this podcast can help me buy a go-kart, have this podcast help us buy go-karts. We'll make go-kart content as well. Absolutely.
If it goes hard enough, just pause. We can make our own track or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna pause. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the thing about it around here is there is land everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so cool to make our own. There is no go-karting track within probably 2 hours of us.
I just found out about one that's like an hour and a half away. But
oh yeah, well we can't.
No, we can't.
No, yeah. Keeping our location secret. Top secret location in Mexico.
Yeah, the Midwest of Mexico.
It's been really cold here. We've been in under ice storms the past 2-3 weeks while we watch all these races.
Yeah, and of course, when we work, that's when
the ice we also we work the weekends, which really stinks. So we have to do most of our recording on the weekdays. So yeah, I don't know if we'll be. We could probably stop this video at any time now.
Honestly, there's a point where, I mean, if a video is going to be half an hour or something, I mean, just come over after work.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually get. I mean, I'm still in school, but I usually get it done during the week because I know I have to work weekends. So,
well, let us know as to what day we should be putting stuff out on. If anybody is actually listening to us, my brother, if you're listening, stop. Because I know you're listening and
making fun of us.
Yeah, you're not allowed to listen until I tell you.
My brother called me today and asked if I was going to go over for dinner, and I said, maybe, but I have obligations.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even know.
Oh, so. I just told my mom today, and she goes, "How are you gonna make? What are you gonna do with that? How are you gonna make money on that?" And I'm like, just trust the process. Trust the process.
I was about to call your mom something, but
she's old. They don't understand that. Yeah. It's the internet, man. It's the internet.
Do we get it? No.
Go ahead.
Do we get it? No. Do we want to do it? Yes.
Yeah. No. We're not getting it right now. That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say.
Is it clicked in?
Let's jiggle. It is clicked in. Let's be right. Oh, it's just that little ring.
That could be what's causing feedback, too.
It could be. Actually, it's a good idea. Well, what do you say? Oh my god. I think that's a great place.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go back. Again, apologies for any audio, visual, issues. It's a work in progress. And we're figuring everything out. Best places to record, best places to film. We're learning the editing process. I am not tech savvy. I'm literally doing it on my cell phone. So
I have a feeling that there's more apps that we should be getting, but I just don't know what one.
And yeah, if anybody can help me, please help me help Levi. I have so many apps already, and I still feel like it's just I don't know. Like, the Spotify creators thing is crazy, and I don't know how to work that. It's an MP3. I'm telling you, it is an MP3, but it won't upload. So please help. Send help. Well, this has been another episode, the first video episode
about us.
About us. This is just an introductory kind of thing.
Do you spill again?
Right before we recorded this, I sat on a cup of coffee.
Wait.
Now I got poo-poo on my. Oh, it's not actual poo-poo. Do I show them?
No, don't pull.
I swear it's coffee.
As soon as he sat down on it, he goes, ah!
Yeah, dude, that thing was close. It was. I should. And now I'm drinking it. Okay,
No one
that was brown. Yeah, sorry. That was episode 2, well, or episode 1, or just no episode, anything of the F1A podcast. F1A.
Question mark?
Yeah, F1A. A is a slang up here.
Yeah.
Just below. Say ya to this A.
Do
I have to cut that out?
No, I mean,
Is that gonna get my location away?
No, I mean, and at this point, I don't.
I feel like
We don't have people who are trying to track us down.
true.
Well, I'm not saying we are. So
We do have Greg.
oh, we shouldn't talk about Greg.
Yeah. Greg would like to find us, I think. But we'll.
Greg knows where we're at.
Yeah, that concludes F1A. This episode. This is America's unofficial, official F1 podcast / news / journalism. We're probably going to record something right after this anyway. And maybe, I don't know, we'll have to come up with an idea. But until then, thanks. And check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube and Spotify. I think it's F1A ? F1 space EH ? That's it on Instagram. You should be able to find it all on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, just like that. So yeah, thanks. Get out of here.